Hello, good morning, good evening, whenever you're doing this. What we're going to do today is my favorite flow, or our favorite flow, part 2. A few weeks ago, I did a class video of our favorite flow, and so all we're going to do today is take those same sequences, but add on a warrior, a mini warrior, and a more traditional warrior sequence to that same class. So let's start by, all you need for this class is a mat and yourself. If you need blocks, or if you want blocks or a chair to help modify any of the poses, you can use that. But other than that, you just need yourself and a mat. We'll start by being in a seated cross-leg position. If you can't sit on the floor with a straight spine in a seated cross-leg position, you can always put some padding underneath your hips, or you can also just sit into a chair for this part. Let's just rest our wrist on to our knees, palms up. Sit up nice and tall, draw those shoulders down away from the ears, close the eyes. And the first thing we want to do is just connect with your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose, or in through the nose, out through the mouth, whichever works best for you. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Feel your torso expand like a balloon on that inhale. On the exhale, the belly button contracts back towards the spine. Now just scan the body head to toe and check in with yourself, how you are feeling physically first. And then check in with yourself and see how you're feeling mentally. And then we just want to set our intention for this class. What are you wanting from this class? If you picked a word for this new year, your action word, your one word that will make a difference, just meditate on that one word for a moment. And think about how that word has manifested itself in your life today, or how you want it to manifest itself in your life today. Just a couple more breaths. And then slowly open your eyes, move those fingers around, roll those shoulders up, back and down. And we're going to start with cat-cow. We're going to come to all fours on the mat. You've got your wrist right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips. Your spine starts in a neutral tabletop position. Pull that belly button back towards the spine and engage your core muscles. And inhale, and we will lift the chin, tilt the pelvis, arch the back. On the exhale, chin toward the chest, spine rounds, and the pelvis tucks. Inhale into cow pose. Exhale into cat. Couple more times, just following your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale into cow, and this time as you exhale into cat pose, shift slightly to the right. Inhale back into cow pose. Exhale, shift slightly to the left. Back to center. And to the right. And back to center. And to the left. Nice. Now sit your hips back toward your heels. Walk your hands out a step. Forehead toward the floor. We're going to inhale and shift forward. Lift the chin, shoulders back and down. Slight back bend. And exhale, press back into child's pose. So we're just going to flow back and forth between cobra, well, modified cobra, and child's pose. A few more times, just follow your breath. Now come back onto those knees. Keep those hands in front of your shoulders. And we're just going to do some circles, some hip circles. Come forward, and then to the right, and then hips back to the heels. Just circle around. We're just trying to warm the body up. Get us prepared for the practice today. Now reverse. And then just stay back into child's pose. Bring those big toes together. Take those knees wide. We're going to start on our forearms. Just press those hips back toward the heels, and you can even just rock. You can walk your forearms out, and you can just rock back and forth a little bit to help open those hips up. All about gentle, flowing movements to get us started. Now hips back toward the heels, best as you can at this moment. Walk your hands out, forehead toward the floor. Now walk those hands over to the right. off the mat. Press the hip back toward the left heel. Just let the side of your head rest in that left upper arm. Little side leaning child's pose. Walk the hands through center and then off to the left. Press the hips back, right hip toward the right heel. Rest the side of your head in that right upper arm. Hold and breathe. And then walk the hands back to the right. Let's do this one more time. Press the hip back, left hip, left heel. Side of the head rest into the left upper arm. And now just roll your hand onto the left, the pinky side of the hand, and just sink into the left side of that pose. Bring the hand back flat to the floor and walk them over to the left. Right hip toward the right heel. Side of the head into that right upper arm. Roll that hand, the right hand onto the pinky side and sink into the right side of that pose. Hold and breathe. One more breath. Exhale and bring it all back to center. And now we're going to come into child's pose for a yin hold. We're going to hold this for a couple of minutes. So there's several ways to do this. You can have your hips back towards your heels as much as you can. And you can start on your forearms, and that's a little bit of a higher child's pose, a little more supported. Remember, for a yin hold, you want to find something that you can hold comfortably for a couple of minutes. You could also rest your forehead to the back of your hands. Your hands are stacked. That has you sink down into it a little bit lower. Or you can extend your arms out, forehead toward the floor, to the floor, and pressing your armpits toward the mat, also engaging in a shoulder opener here. Pick the one that works for you. It's still early in the practice, so still be gentle with yourself. And connect with your breath again. Scan the body head to toe. Check in with what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. What do you need from this pose? Scan the body and see if you're holding on tight to any stress or tension anywhere. Just soften up and sink into the mat. yourself up onto your knees. Walk those knees back to hips distance. Step your hands forward and shift the hips forward. And you've got a long straight line from the knees through the crown of the head. Got your wrists right underneath your shoulders. Belly button to the spine, core engaged. And slide those shoulder blades down your back. Hold into this modified plank position. And then from here, we are going to slowly lower ourselves down to the ground. So bend your elbows, keep them in tight to the side, and slowly lower your chest to the ground. Keep those shoulders back and those elbows in tight. Inhale, lifts into a little baby cobra. Exhale, release, and then press yourself back up to like the top of a knee push-up position or a modified plank. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, back to that top position. Push yourself up. Exhale and hold one more time. Inhale. Exhale, lower slowly down. Inhale, lift into a little baby cobra. Exhale and release. Bring those hands stacked. Rest your forehead on the tops of the hands. Just shake the body out a little bit. We're going to go into another yin hold, and this one is going to be a slight back bend, the Sphinx hold. So you're going to come up to your forearms. Those forearms are right underneath the shoulders. If that's too much for your back bend, if that's too deep of an angle, you can walk them out a little bit, and that makes it a more gentle back bend. Again, slide those shoulders down your back. Now you're not going to lift your chin and look forward. Your chin's going to be slightly tucked, and you're looking down at a spot right between your hands. Now on this pose, we do not engage the core and pull the belly button back to the spine. On this one, we just release the abdominals into the mat. Just let them sink in. Now find your breath. Scan your body, head to toe. Check in with what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. What do you need from this pose? Scan the body and see if you're holding on tightly to stress or tension anywhere. Try to soften and release. With every exhale, just feel yourself melting into the mat. Couple more breaths. your chest down to the ground. Place your hands right beside your chest and your forehead on the floor. Slide those shoulder blades down your back. Hug those elbows toward each other. We're going to work on cobra pose. Inhale, lift the chest, the chin, lift the head, chest, chin, slightly press into the floor, and release. Now you listen to your back. Let it tell you how high you can come into this cobra pose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and lift. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And lift those hips, press them back, and come back into your child's pose. All right, now we're going to put all that together into a nice flow sequence by inhaling forward into that modified plank. Exhale, lower down slowly, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Couple more times, just following your own breath. Now this time, when you're back in child's pose, just stay there. Come up onto those knees. Tuck your toes. Hover those knees off the ground a couple inches. Press your hips back toward your heels. And now lift those hips up towards the ceiling and sink those heels for down dog. Let's walk the dog. Let's just walk it out a little bit. Bend the right knee, sink the left heel. Bend the left knee, sink the right. Just walk it back and forth. Stretching out the feet, the ankles, the calves. Now sink both heels, lift those hips high, chest toward the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower the knees back to the ground and come back into child's pose. Now we're going to put that flow sequence together, adding the down dog in. Inhale into that modified plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, sink those heels. Inhale, hold. Exhale, slowly lower the knees. And sink back to child's pose. And let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, sink those heels. And walk it out again. Now sink both heels and bend the knees as you need to, and slowly walk the hands back towards your feet. And then just come into a hanging forward fold. Let that head hang nice and loose. Legs as straight as possible. Nose toward the knees. You can even interlace your arms and just let the weight of those elbows let you sink a little bit closer to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, fingertips back to the ground. Slightly bend the knees, chin towards the chest, spine rounded, and roll up nice and slow. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, bring them back down. Nice. Let's work on a balancing pose, some tree pose. Okay, we're going to do it on the right side first. So your left leg will actually be your standing leg. We're going to do 3 levels of this. Take your right heel just above your left ankle and your toes on the floor. Level 1. Bring those hands together in prayer position right in front of the chest. Inhale. Hands rise up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Now separate those arms, reach those fingertips to the sky like branches of the tree reaching for the sun. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms around and back into prayer position right in front of the chest. You can stay with level 1 or you can move to level 2. Slide the sole of the foot into that lower leg, right into the side of that calf muscle. Knee turned out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reach through those fingertips. Exhale and release, bring it back around. All right, and now you can go level 1, level 2, or level 3. You can bring that foot above the knee into the inner thigh. Press that heel in to lock in. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, Exhale and sweep it back around. Good job, and release. Walk it out a little bit. We're gonna do that same thing on the other side. Now, with the right leg being your standing leg, actually may feel more stable on this side. So right leg's the standing leg, left foot, heel above the ankle, hands in prayer position, level one. Inhale, grow that tree up towards the sky. Exhale and hold. Inhale, separate, spread out those branches, reach for the sun. Exhale, sweep it back around and back into prayer position. Level two, if you can. Foot to the inside of that calf, knee out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale, sweep it around. And then stay with level 1, 2, or you can go with level 3. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale. And exhale. And then bring it back. All right, good job. Let's come into mountain pose. Feet about hips distance. Rock back and forth between the ball of the foot and the heel. And then you just want to float your weight right in the center, right above your arch of your foot. Bring your hands in prayer position again. You're going to go to half sun salutes. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips. Come forward and bring your palms right onto the front of your shins. Inhale, extend the spine. I always bring my fingertips to just below my kneecaps. Reach the crown of the head forward, reach through that tailbone. Exhale, back to a forward fold. And now we're going to ragdoll up, bend the knees, chin toward the chest, spine rounded, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Sweep those arms up. Hands in prayer position. Okay, let's put that together with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, back to forward fold. And inhale, ragdoll up. Okay, we're going to do that a couple more times, just following your own breath. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what it looks like from here. Start in prayer position. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ragdoll up. Exhale. One more time. Just follow your breath. Just finish in mountain pose. Hands together in namaste position. Now we're going to put everything together that we've done so far. Blend the lower sequence with the upper sequence. So we start with that big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips, either side of the feet. Bend your knees as you need to. Inhale, lead with the right hand. Walk those hands out into plank. Long, straight line, crown of the head, through your heels, shoulders back, core engaged. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower those knees. Come to the tops of the feet and bend your elbows and slowly lower your chest to the floor. Inhale into cobra. Exhale into child's pose. Inhale to down dog. And exhale, sink those heels. Inhale, walk those hands back towards the feet. Keep your legs straight if you can. Bend those knees only as you need to. And inhale, ragdoll, roll it up. Now shift your weight into your left leg. Come into tree pose on the right. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reach through those branches. Exhale, sweep those arms around, come back into mountain pose. So wobbly. And let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, back to forward fold, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lead with the left hand, walk it out to a plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, and then lower the chest to the ground. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, down dog. And exhale, sink those heels. Next inhale, walk those hands back towards the feet. Hold that forward fold. Inhale, ragdoll your way up and shift your weight into your right leg. come into tree pose on the left. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reach through those branches. Exhale, sweep the arms around. And back to mountain pose. Okay, so here's where we're going to start to progress the practice today by adding a mini warrior sequence to this. So inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, back to forward fold. Inhale, right hand, walk it out into plank. Exhale, drop those knees, lower the chest. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale to down dog. Exhale, sink those heels. Now, point that right toe toward the back edge of the mat. And then just let that right leg float up. Bend the knee and big giant step forward. Bring your right foot forward. Drop your left knee. So you've got hands on either side of that right foot. If it takes you a little bit to get here, that's absolutely fine. When you can support yourself up onto your right thigh, you go there. And then we're going to go into little mini warrior one. Reach those arms up, look up between those hands, press those hips forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring those hands together. You can always put a little padding under that back knee also if you need to. Bring those hands together, prayer position right in front of the chest. And now warrior two, turn your torso to the left. We're going to look out over that right finger. Now into a right angle, bring that forearm onto your thigh, left hand up to the sky. Take that left hand to your left leg, right hand reaches up, reverse warrior. Inhale, exhale. Now, extended pose, extend that right leg, hinge forward, hand to the thigh, shin, or fingertips to the floor. Now walk those hands forward again, foot to the floor, tuck that back toe, step that right leg back, and come back into a down dog, sinking those heels. Inhale, walk the hands back. Exhale, we're going to ragdoll up, shift the weight into the left leg, come into tree pose on the right. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reach through those fingertips. Exhale, sweep those arms around. Back to mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lead with the left hand, walk it out into a plank. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees. Lower the chest. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, sink those heels. Now this time, make it a little easier to step forward. Lower to your knees first. This is a modified way you can come into that lunge position. Now, step your left leg forward. Walk that foot in, hands on either side. Come into that low lunge. When you are ready, hands to the thigh, come up. Inhale, little mini warrior one. Look up between those hands, up and back. Exhale, bring those hands together, prayer position, right in front of the chest. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Turn torso to the right, arms extended, look over that left finger. Inhale. Exhale, right angle, bring your forearm to your left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale. Exhale, right arm to the right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. Reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, press those hips back. Extend that left leg, hinge forward into extended pose. Foot back to the ground, walk those hands forward, step that left leg back on your knees, tuck those toes, come into a down dog, sink the heels, soften those knees, lead with the left hand and walk your hands back. Hold that forward fold. Ragdoll up and shift your weight in to your right leg. Come to tree pose on the left. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, reach through those fingertips. Exhale, sweep it around. And back into mountain pose. And relax. Okay, we're going to do one more on each side. This time, we're going to go into the more traditional warrior pose. That's going to be more challenging, requiring more strength out of your legs, also more flexibility in the hips. So if you cannot do those, just do the mini version that we just went through, okay? Start with those hands in prayer position. Ready, inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, back to forward fold. Inhale, lock it out into a plank. Now this time, from plank, you can lower down to the knees, or you can do the more traditional chaturanga and bend those elbows straight back. Lower yourself all the way down Come to the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift into cobra or up dog, lifting your thighs off the floor. And then bring it back down. Press back into child's pose. Inhale into down dog. Exhale, sink those heels. Now point that right toe toward the back of the mat. This is where, if you want to modify, you'll go ahead and lower to your knees. Now let that right leg float up, and then big giant step forward right beside that right hand. Walk that foot towards center. Remember, do that mini version if you need to. Now turn your left foot onto its side. Your heels are lined up with each other. And we're going to come up. Hands in prayer position. Bend, knee. Inhale, sweep those arms up into warrior one. Reach up, look up between those hands. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, right angle. Forearm on the thigh. Left arm reaches over. Inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten that front leg. Hinge forward into extended pose. Bend that front knee. Come on to that back toe. Big giant step back with that right leg and sink those heels. Inhale, walk those hands back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ragdoll up. Shift the weight to the left leg. Tree pose on the right. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, separate those hands. Exhale, sweep around and back into mountain. All right, one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk it out. Hold that plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower to the knees or just lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, rise to cobra or up dog. Exhale, lower back. Press back into child's pose. Into down dog. Sink those heels. Extend that left leg back. Let it just float up. Bend the knee and giant step forward right beside that left hand. Turn your right foot onto its side, lined up with that left heel. Come up, hands into prayer position. Bend that left knee. Torso facing forward. Inhale. Sweep those arms up. Look up between those hands. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale, right angle. Inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, extended pose. Straighten that left leg. Hinge forward. Bring your fingertips to the floor if you can. Now bend that left knee. Come onto the toes of that right foot. Sweep that left leg back into down dog. Sink those heels. Walk it out. Inhale, lead with the left hand. Walk those hands back towards the feet and hold that forward fold. Inhale, round up like a ragdoll. Shift the weight into the right leg. Come into tree pose. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale, sweep those arms around. Back into mountain. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Let's just hold this forward fold for a couple of breaths. Now inhale, walk those hands out. Lower the knees. Now this time we're going to slide the right knee forward, right between those hands. Come onto your right hip and then sweep your left leg around. So a tricky way to get us down to the floor. You get down there every way you need to. All right. Round the spine, tuck that pelvis, holding on to the shins or to the back of the thigh. Very slowly, you're just going to roll down to the ground. With that left foot on the floor, you're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee for a little reclined pigeon. Hands right beside the hips. Lift that left foot off the floor, bring the left knee towards you as you slightly press the right one away. Bring that knee back toward the chest as much as the hips allow. Hold and breathe. Now if your hips are tight and that's enough for you, you can stay right there, or you can progress this pose by taking your right hand through your legs, left hand around the outside and clasping to the back of the thigh. Pull that left knee toward the chest, right knee away. And then you can progress even further by clasping those hands to the top of the shin, head and shoulders back to the floor, hug that knee back toward the chest. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, knee toward that forehead. Into tight little ball. Inhale. Exhale and release. Nice. All right, reclined pigeon on the other side. Cross that left ankle over the right knee. Right foot lifts off the floor, right knee comes toward you, left knee presses away. Just keep that breath slow and controlled. Now you can take that left hand through the legs if you want to progress. Clasp behind the thigh, head and shoulders down, right knee toward the chest, left knee presses away. Now, if you want to go further, clasp the hands to the top of the shin. Inhale, oh, head and shoulders back down. Hug that knee toward the chest. And now, rail lift the head and shoulders off the ground. Hug that right knee toward the forehead. Inhale. Exhale and release. All right, we're going to come into Savasana. You can keep your knees bent, your feet on the floor, hands on the belly so you can feel that breath. That adds a little extra support to your lower back if you need to. Or you can come in the more traditional corpse pose. Extend those legs, heels wide. Let those feet pull out to the side, pelvis open, arms to the side with the palms up. Find your breath. Scan the body head to toe. Check in with yourself. See how you're feeling at the end of the practice. Do you recall that intention that you set at the beginning of the practice? What you wanted out of today's class? Have you succeeded in reaching that intention? Or have you at least moved in that direction? just slowly hug those knees back toward the chest. Just rock gently side to side. And when you're ready, roll to your right side. And then slowly press up into seated position. Right back where we started. How you feeling? I think that felt pretty good, personally. All right. Have a great day or a great evening, wherever you are in this day. See you next time. Namaste.